In this episode, dispatchers. Welcome to another episode. Today I want to talk about dispatchers. I know I'm going to ruffle some feathers, but it needs to be talked about. Why are they so creepy? No, they're not creepy. It's just the problem with dispatchers is simple, really. They are dispatchers. They are not truckers. So many don't know what they're doing, you know. And that's a problem. The thing that you need to understand is that the dispatchers, what they do is that they find the load, you know. They either have a client or the company already has several clients, you know, and they negotiate with the client the price of the load. Or they go to the load boards. Now it's a web page in the internet where if you want to move something from, I don't know, California to Vancouver or to Winnipeg or whatever, you know, you put it on that website and then everybody sees it. So, and then, you know, they kind of like put a price on it, and it's up to the dispatcher to call the guy and negotiate and whatever. Now, this is the key. Dispatchers make a percentage on the price of the load. Okay? So, if the load is $5,000, they make a percentage. If the load is $10,000, they make a bigger percentage. Okay? From the price of the load, they have to take the fuel. You know, they basically calculate how many miles is the distance from where you're gonna go, from when they pick up to where you deliver. And they calculate, you know, how many dollars per mile, and then they calculate the fuel percentage on that, and how much is the earnings for the company, the earnings for the trucker, and their own earnings. Okay, so dispatchers are encouraged to get the loads that pay the most. You know, and many of these loads that pay the most, many are the heaviest ones too. You know, the bigger the load, you know, the heavier the load, sometimes they pay more. You know, or depending on what it is that you're carrying. You know, that also, you know, is because, for example, many loads from California that is groceries, you know, lettuce, tomatoes, that kind of stuff. Oh, they pay well, very well. I used to do that when I was an owner operator, and boy, do they pay. So, and that's the thing, right? happens with the trucker? They go and they tell the trucker, you know, The load have to be, you get a pickup here and you're gonna be there at this time. And sometimes, because of the dispatcher doesn't have the experience, don't know anything about trucking. He knows about the business and the office and all of that, but he doesn't know about the trucking. He doesn't know that we do around 6 to 650 miles a day, depending on the area, depending on the speed limit. For example, Calgary to Vancouver. Yeah, Calgary to Vancouver is 601 miles. You figure you do that in 11 hours. Wrong. You don't do that in 11 hours. You do that in 13 hours because it's Rocky Mountain, up and down, and it's crazy. That's in the summer. In winter, it's even worse. Same thing with California. It's 1,400 miles. Oh yeah, you do that in. Well, depending on where in California. San Diego is 1,400 miles. Yeah, you do that if you really hurry up, you can do it in 2 days. Yeah, but you don't go 75 miles per hour. You go 55, which is 550 miles a day. And that's, some areas of California is mountain. You can't do that because you gotta slow down. And then there is LA, you get the traffic too, which is like 3 miles per hour for hours and hours. So the trucker has to take all of those things in consideration and calculate and say, ETA, I'm gonna be there that day at this time. ETA, estimated time of arrival. So dispatchers don't know that. So what happens is that they give promise, the owner of the load say, hey, I need this load this day there at this time, and the dispatcher goes and say, yeah, sure, no problem. And then they call you and they tell you, hey, you gotta be there at this time, and you go like, no, I can't do that. It's just not possible. Oh, but I told the client. Well, too bad. That's not my problem. You should have asked me first. That's not my fault. What do you want me to do about it? I drive a truck, not a helicopter. I'm a truck and not a miracle worker. So what do you want me to do about it? And these are the problems with the dispatchers. Other thing is that depending on which company you're working for, I heard mostly the big companies, dispatchers are a-holes because they got too many drivers. So if you tomorrow decide to leave and quit and whatever, who cares? They got 50 more or 100 more. So they don't care. They are used to seeing drivers up and down, because like Swift, like Schneider's, although I heard Schneider is not that bad, but Swift, I heard it's horrible. Okay, like Transex in Canada, they treat their drivers like crap. Okay, I used to work for Transex for a little bit as an owner operator, and as an owner operator, I took less crap because I'm the boss. When you're the owner operator, you're the boss. You don't work for them, they work for you, really. So the company driver is a different story though. You work for them. So and then they take you, and every time they don't like you, they pull some office politics bull crap that they send you to what's it called, safety. They have this safety office of safety. What is safety? It's some bull. It's just bull, alright? It's bureaucracy. They have a guy that they pay there to teach you winter driving. What do they know about winter driving? They don't have no idea about winter driving. You know? But that's the way it is. So anyway, back to dispatchers. So these big companies, they have on top of all of that I already told you, they have these dispatchers that they treat their drivers like crap. You know? And many of them don't know, and many of them don't give a crap either. Don't care. They don't care to know. They just, this is what it is. You do it or quit, or we fire you, whatever. And there is a problem here, because your driver's license is your rice and beans. It's your food, dude. That's your driver's license. Rule number one of this job: you do not endanger your driver's license for anyone or anything. Okay? Because you endangered your driver's license, and yeah, you made a little bit of money, or you feel pressure by some dude in some office, and you did it fine, and then you get caught later on. You may lose your driver's license, and not only you're not going to work for them, you're not going to work for nobody else. So really, you don't want to do that. Okay? As a matter of fact, I was with Transex once, and check this out. Check this little story. I go in Ontario, I go to a paper mill, and I drive a Volvo 780. It's the biggest of the Volvo, okay? This is a house. It's the only missing is the bathroom here, okay? And I fuel up. You need to fuel up before you're picking up the load or right after. Because when you scale, you really want to know how much you weight with fully fuel. Okay, fully fuel, you want to know how much you weigh. Okay? So I fully full, I go, and this is one of these places that they have their own scale. So I pick up the trailer, it's loaded already. I go to the scale, I scale, and I am 81,000 pounds. I am 1,000 pounds over the limit. I call my dispatcher and I say, hey, I'm overloaded. I am 1,000 pounds over. You need to call these guys and tell them to unload the 1,000 pounds. I don't know how they're gonna do it. The guy is like, call you back. Calls me back 5 minutes later. And he says, oh no, they load the trailer the same way that they always loaded it. And I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe the drivers that used to do this trip, they used to drive Freightliners, which is they're made out of plastic, and they don't weigh at all anything. But I drive a Volvo, so. And he's like, are you fully fueled? I am like, yes, I am. And he's like, why would you do that? And it's like, what do you mean? It's like, you don't fuel before you load. And I told him, like, who told you that? Who told you that? Out of your past experience, who told you that? Because that's not how trucking works. So he tells me to empty half of my tanks, which I already pay as an operator. You pay for your own fuel to take the load, because he's gonna make money out of that load. But he doesn't care if I lose money. So you know what I told the guy? Screw you. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. So they have to call another trucker to take that load. You know, and then they called me later on, told me to go somewhere else and pick up another load. say, no, I'm not taking that load. Screw you, no. Because if I cross into the States, I am in deep trouble. If I get stopped by the scale and get caught out, I'm going to get a ticket, which he won't pay. Key word there. So that's the thing. I mean, I work for 5 companies, and out of these 5 companies, I have one good dispatcher in one of them, and then the 2 of them, the 2 dispatchers that I'm working with right now are very good. You know, when you're working and you have a good relationship with your dispatcher, and you guys are in tune, oh boy, it's great, because you guys make so much money. You know, with this company that I am right now, I haven't even got there to doing my delivery. They're already calling me and telling me, your pickup is right here in this place. Like that. Synchronized. No wait time. You know, and that's the other thing. You know, you get paid by the mile, right? So you get to Texas, you deliver, and then, oh, you gotta sit down, wait a couple of days until we get a load for you. Or you're sitting, you're not making money, but you get paid by the mile. So if you're not moving, they don't have to, they're not losing anything. You know, as an owner operator, because you're paying for the fuel. You're paying for the fuel. So if you are idling, because you have to, because Texas is horrible hot and you have to run the air conditioning, if you're idling and that fuel you're paying now, but if you're company driver, they are paying for the fuel. So they really wanted to go, they find you a load. And that's the other thing. It's not that they don't find loads. They find a load, it's alright, but you know, they are waiting for the big load. You know, for the, you know, they might find a $3,000 load that it pays, but the dispatcher goes like, no, I'm gonna wait for the 5,000, because he's gonna make more money like that way. He doesn't care that you're sitting there for 3 days, and that's a problem. You know, that's a freaking problem when you are the driver. So you gotta have all of these things into consideration with dispatchers. All right, just food for thought. If you disagree with anything that I said, please write down in the comments and we'll talk about it. Okay?